Nothing like jumping over a coffee table to get to my yoga mat. Hello and welcome to the second class of Soul Movement. And since it is International Yoga Day, I figured yoga is it. So we are just gonna open up the hips and see what happens. Won't be a long full class, just something short and sweet to get the body moving. So we're gonna start with heels together, knees apart, laying down on your mat. If this is too much for you right away and the hips are just not ready for this deep of an opening, just bring the knees together and lengthen the legs. And we'll just begin to soften into this space and to soften into this shape. Taking a moment to notice the crown of the head. Notice any tension that you're holding on to between the eyebrows. And can you just start to let that go? Closing the eyes if you haven't already. Softness through the cheeks. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth if it's there, and just bring that softness to the jaw as well. If you need something a little bit extra, you can always drop the jaw and bring it side to side for a moment and then let it rest. Let's take that same softness from the ears, down the neck, over top of the heart. And just take a moment, bringing your awareness to the heart, finding a connection. Start to notice where the breath is in your body. Is the breath closer to the heart, maybe opening the rib cage and lifting the chest on every inhale? Or is the breath a little bit deeper this morning? Maybe it's already showing up in the belly, so that on every inhale, the belly just gently rises. And on every exhale, it softens back down. Bringing awareness to the hips. If your knees are apart, noticing the sensations through the groin, maybe even slightly in the hamstrings here. And then taking that awareness all the way down to the ankles as they kiss the mat and the toes. And let's take everything back to the breath. Let's begin to empty out the lungs here, empty out the belly, let it all go. Take a big inhale through the nose, fill it up to the belly. Hold it at the top for a moment, sit with that fullness, and whenever you're ready, wide mouth, let it go. One more time, big inhale, fill it up. Release. Coming back to the natural resting breath. We're going to slowly use the hands to take the outside of the thighs and gently start to bring the knees together. And then bring one heel and then the other off of the mat, pulling the knees into the heart, holding on to the body here. Maybe you start to take some little circles over top of your sacrum or your tailbone, noticing any tenderness showing up this morning. Maybe you rock side to side on your low back. Maybe you take a hand to each knee and just start to take circles out here. What's your body asking for in this moment? What does it need? If and when you become ready for something bigger, we'll start to take happy baby. Knees come to the outer edges of the mat. Soles of the feet reach to the sky. Maybe you grasp behind the feet. Maybe you grab the big toe. Maybe the thighs are a bit more accessible. And then again, maybe you rock side to side. Maybe stillness. Maybe you start to lengthen out one leg slightly, lengthen the other. Just beginning to notice the back side of the body here and the way that it's showing up, the way that it feels. Staying connected to the breath the entire class. We'll gently start to draw the knees back into center. Let's lengthen those legs to the sky. Lengthen the arms back behind you. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the knees back into the heart. Wrap the hands around the shins one final time. We rock and roll up and down the spine. We're going to come past seated position all the way to tabletop here. So we'll begin to stack the shoulders over top of the wrists, hips over top of the knees. Let's find the crown of the head. So make sure you're not dropping the head below the spine or lifting the head above the spine. We want to be in perfect center here. Gaze is down on the mat. When you're ready, we take an inhale, gentle drop of the belly, little reach of the shoulder blades towards each other, and a gentle lift of the gaze. As you exhale, press into the palms, start to tuck the tailbone, begin to round the spine, one vertebrae at a time, back of the heart reaches to the ceiling, let the head be heavy, open up the shoulder blades. You can keep moving through your cat-cows, again dropping the belly as you inhale to lift the gaze, or you can start to make this your own. So maybe you start to take big circles at the top of your mat with your hips. Maybe you take your circles all the way to the bottom of the mat or the edges of the mat and rotate from side to side, beginning to work through the side of the body. Begin to notice the edges here. So we start to find the edges of the body and we begin to bring softness into them. For this portion of class, maybe the eyes are still closed. Still grounded, still safe with all fours. One final round of breath. We come back through neutral spine as you inhale. Your exhale tucks the toes, lifts the knees, flies the hips high, downward facing dog. Separate all 10 fingers here, melt the heels to the earth. Maybe you walk it out, bending one knee, melting the opposite heel. Maybe both heels reach to the mat at the same time. Let's begin to find some stillness here. Press the heart to the back of the room. Allow the head to be really heavy. Lift those hips even higher if you can. Slight little draw up of the tailbone. On your next inhale, we'll start to reach the right leg high. We'll bend the knees, stack the hips. So I want you to think about bringing the right knee to the ceiling. The hips rotate over top of each other. They open up to the right side of the mat. And then maybe you flex the right foot and try to kick the left side of the mat. So the hips get a deeper opening here and some engagement through the thigh. And then can you lift the knee even higher, still pressing into both hands evenly. Find an inhale. Start to straighten that right leg. We'll turn the right toes down, squaring the hips. As you exhale, I want you to start to bring the right knee all the way through. We'll step in between the hands. Find your fingertips. So press into the fingertips. We tent the hands. Melt the left heel back. So like there's a wall behind your left heel, you try to kick it to that wall. Press into the fingertips. Pull the belly button into the spine. Right knee is over top of the right ankle and it doesn't move. As you inhale, release the fingertips from the earth. We fly the hands forward, palms face each other. Find the breath. Find the pose. Still actively melting that left heel back. Take an inhale here. Draw as much length as you can. As you exhale, we pull the elbows to the ribs. We slide the right toes to the left ankle. Stay low in the left. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Step it back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull, we hold. Transfer the weight of your body into your right heel. Really press into it. Find your mind-body connection. Start to lift the left heel off of the ground. Pull it in towards your sit bones. Bring the hands to prayer. Can you lower the right hip all the way down to your right heel? Woo, extend the left leg through. Drop into your seat. Reach the arms towards the front of your mat as you inhale. As you exhale, we slowly lower one vertebrae at a time down to the mat. We start to lift the left leg to the sky. Arms reach as well. Right heel is underneath of the right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we press into the right heel. Lift the hips. Single leg bridge. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, we lift. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Start to pull the left knee in towards the body, keeping the hips lifted. Maybe you grab on to the left toes. Maybe not. maybe behind. Can you pull that left leg towards the body? The hips are still lifting. There's still engagement coming from that right heel. We start to find a release here. Let go of that left foot. Release your left leg back down to the mat. Now pull both knees into the heart. Rock and roll up and down your spine. Come all the way to standing position. So you find the heels, you find chair pose, you rise all the way up. Reach the arms. Exhale, open up the heart. Cactus the arms, top of the hands, reach to the back of the room. Inhale for length. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place your hands down, step hop or float to the back of your mat. Find a plank pose. Press the earth away as you inhale. Start to shift the shoulders slightly forward. As you exhale, we bend the elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the heart through. Exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Slow rounding of the spine as you press the hips back. Active just for a moment. Inhale, roll the spine forward, refine tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over top of the wrists, hips over knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. We fly the hips high. As you inhale, we fly that left leg high. Bend the knees, stack the hips right away. Left knee to ceiling. Maybe you flex the left foot and you try to kick it over to the right side of the mat, opening up the hips with a bit more engagement here. Find the breath. Start to inhale. As you do, we straighten the left leg, turn the toes down, square the hips, melt the right heel to meet the mat. And then we're going to exhale to step the left foot through. Left knee stacks over left ankle, press the right heel back. Find the fingertips here. Press into them, pull the belly button into the spine, find engagement, gazes down on your mat. Find an inhale. As you do, we reach the arms towards the top of the mat, palms face each other. Inhale. Exhale, glide the elbows back to the ribs, pull the right toes to meet the left. Inhale, extend the body, send it all back to your lunge. Exhale, pull it in. Left knee stays bent the whole time. Inhale, length. Exhale, pull it in, we hold. Begin to transfer the weight of your body into that left heel. Find the connection. Lift the right heel off of the ground, pull it into the glute. Hold it here. Can you sink a little bit lower? Kundalini. Can you start to extend that right leg out? As you do, drop the seat to the earth. I know it's tricky. Right leg extends. Arms reach towards the right leg. We start to roll the spine all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. As you do, right leg flies high. Arms reach to the sky. Double check on that left heel underneath of your left knee. Find the breath. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, press into that left heel. We lift the hips. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll. One more time, exhale, lift, we hold. Start to bend the right knee, pull it into the heart. This could be enough, or hold onto the foot and extend the right leg towards you, towards the back of your mat. Still lifted through that left heel. Lifted through the left hips. Active bridge pose happening here. Whenever you're ready, start to let it all go. Bend the right knee into the chest, lower the hips. Let's bring the left leg in right away to meet it this time. Hold on to your shins. Take anything you need. Maybe shake out the tailbone. Take a little circle over top of it. When you're ready, we inhale, we rock and roll all the way up, past seated to the heels. Lift the tailbone. And we rise all the way up. Press. Inhale for length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place your hands down, step hop or float to the back of your mat. Shift the hips or shoulders slightly forward, chaturanga lower. Inhale, pull the heart through, upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Remember, the fingers are separated here. Take that tension out of the wrist. When you're ready, inhale, right leg flies high. Keep that right heel reaching to the earth. Melt the left heel down. It tends to want to lift up. Open up through the hamstrings. I know this is big. Inhale a little higher. Exhale, we step that right foot through. Right knee stacks right away. Inhale, we're gonna swoop the arms towards the front of the mat. Keep the torso reaching towards the mat. Gazes at the front of the mat. Inhale for length. This time as you exhale, we start to pull the elbows back. As you do, you slightly lift your torso, cactusing the arms, top of the hands reach to the back of the mat, open up the heart, gentle lift of your gaze. Inhale, press the palms towards the front of the room, slowly let your torso reach to the mat. Exhale, open up the heart, pull the elbows back, lift the torso, lift the heart. Inhale, press it away. Hold the arms reaching here, pull the belly button in, high crescent lunge, lift the torso all the way up. Keep that left heel pressing back. Inhale for a bit more length. Exhale, let's pivot that left foot to face the left edge of the mat. Check in on your right knee, make sure it's over top of the right ankle, shoulders away from ears. Tuck the tailbone, lift the spine. Don't stick the bum and the belly out. Keep everything in line with the rest of the spine. Find the shape. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Flip that front palm, reach back behind you. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to hook your right elbow to your right knee as the left arm swoops either to the sky or over top of your left ear. Inhale for peace. Exhale, extend. One more time, inhale, peace. Exhale, we cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Shift the hips forward. Press into the palms. Straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose, lift the front toes. It's okay if this leg doesn't straighten all the way. Bow the heart forward. Pull the left hip slightly forward. Dig into that right heel. Find the fingertips here. Tent the hands. As you inhale, we start to roll the body forward into your low lunge. Gaze shifts to the top of the mat. As you exhale, press the earth away. Start to round the spine as you lengthen that front leg. Lift the toes, pyramid pose, little cat-cow move. Inhale, we roll back. Exhale, we press it away. This time, inhale, we shift the body forward. Weight of the body's in the left foot. Try not to jump into my plant here. We're gonna lengthen the left leg to the sky, standing splits. It's okay if that left leg barely comes up, right? Maybe the hands stay tented. You're forward folding here, so the heart is heavy to the thigh. Head is heavy to the earth. Maybe you take a hand to one ankle. Maybe you try to take the other hand. Whatever's in your practice. Now can you start to bend the left heel or left knee? Pull the heel in towards the left glute. Then drop the left knee in line with the right. Start to bend into the right leg. Keep that left heel pulling into the left glute. Take the hands to prayer. Kundalini. Hold it here. As you inhale, we reach the arms towards the top of the mat. Kick the left leg away, warrior three. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, kick it away, warrior three. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, inhale, pull it away, warrior three, hold. Exhale, set it down. Left foot meets the mat, arms are still reaching, torso still long. Plant the hands one more time, pyramid pose. Lift the front toes as you lengthen the front leg, press the earth away. Inhale, roll everything forward. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back to meet your left. Inhale, press the earth away. Exhale, shift the shoulders slightly forward. Chaturanga as you bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, active child's pose. Let's tap the knees, roll the spine back as slow as you can. Inhale, roll the spine forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees, send the hips high. Right away, inhale, left leg lengthens. Melt the right heel down. Keep the left leg straight. Lift with that left foot a little bit higher. Breathe in. Exhale, step it through. Find the pose. Inhale, reach the arms towards me. Towards the top of the mat. Used to a studio. Hold it here. Exhale, pull the elbows by your side. As you do, lift the heart, lift the gaze, top of the hands to the back of the mat. Inhale, press it all the way. Torso shifts forward, arms reach to the top of the mat. Exhale, open the heart, pull the elbows back, lift the gaze. One more time, inhale to lengthen, hold. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Lift the entire torso up. Notice the activation through the left leg. Melt the right heel back down. Breathe in. As you exhale, warrior two, we open it up to the other side. Right foot faces the right edge of the mat. Left foot faces the short edge. Roll the shoulders down. Tuck the tailbone. Lift through the heart, lift through the spine. Find it. Left knee stays over top of the left ankle. Flip that front palm, peaceful warrior. Reach back behind you. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to the left knee as the right arm swoops long. Inhale, peace. Exhale, extend. One more time, inhale, peace. Exhale, we cartwheel the hands down to the front of the mat. Plant them here. Pyramid pose. Straighten that left leg. Lift the front toes. Press into the palms. Let the head be heavy. Pull the right hip slightly forward. On your next inhale, find the fingertips. We start to roll the body as slow as we can, rounding through the spine, coming into low lunge. Gaze meets the top of the mat. Exhale, press it all the way around the spine. Inhale, roll the spine forward. Exhale, press it all the way. One more time, inhale, roll the spine forward. This time, we transfer the weight of the body into the left foot as the right leg lengthens to the sky. Bow the head. Standing splits. Maybe fingertips are plenty. Maybe you take one hand to the ankle. Maybe you take the other. Breathe into this space. Create as much as you can. Lengthen that right leg. Now we're going to draw the right heel towards the right glute. We start to shift the right knee in line with the left. Then we find a bend in the left leg. Weight of the body's in the left heel. Bring the hands to prayer. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Find your activation. Kundalini squat. Sink a little deeper if you can. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Warrior three. Exhale, pull it back into your Kundalini. Rebend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Kundalini. One more time. Inhale, lengthen and hold. Toes are down. Hips are in line with each other. Arms are reaching, reaching, reaching. Spine is long. Inhale. Exhale, let's step that right foot back. Keep the arms reaching towards the front of the room. Exhale, place the hands down. Pyramid pose, lengthen the front leg, lift the front toes, bow the head. Inhale, roll the spine forward. Hands plant. We step the left foot back to meet the right. Shift the shoulders slightly forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, round the spine, child's pose. Let the heart melt to the earth. Open up the knees as wide as you can. Sink the hips back to the heels. Reach the fingertips towards the front of the mat. Let the forehead or the chin be heavy. Find the breath. Let's walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Left hand has the option to stack over top of the right. Sink your left hip down. Start to breathe in through the left side of the body. Let's gently walk the hands all the way over to the left this time. Right hand comes over top of the left as an option. Right hip sits down. We breathe in through the right side of the body. Inhale, come back through center. Let's start to walk the hands towards us at the back of the mat. Start to gently draw the knees back into center. Let's lift the body up, walk through tabletop. Knees stay underneath of the hips. Hips do not move as you walk one hand out and then the other. Either dropping the heart and the forehead to the mat, or the chin can come to the mat and the gaze can come forward, puppy pose. Press into the palms. Start to tuck your tailbone, and as you do, lift the body and roll it forward, dropping the hips down to the earth, or the pelvis rather. Press into the palms here, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, roll the spine all the way down. Inhale, press into the palms, lift the heart. Exhale, slowly bend the elbows, roll the spine down. Gaze is the last thing to hit the mat. Press into your palms. Press everything back up, child's pose. Inhale, roll the body forward. Exhale, let's just start to find our seat. Planting the hands and bringing the feet to the top of the mat. We'll extend them long. Inhale for length, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. And let's gently start to swoop the arms forward, reach them as we start to lift the upper body, keep the head heavy. Inhale, we roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time all the way to the back of your mat. Let's bring the knees into the chest one final time. Right knee stays in, left leg goes on. Right arm reaches all the way to the right, off of your mat. Left hand comes to the right knee. Let's guide that left knee all the way to the left side of your mat as your gaze falls to the right. Supine twist. Inhale, come back through center. Let's let that left knee come in to meet the right. We'll extend the right leg. Left arm reaches off of your mat like you're making a half T. Right hand holds on to the left knee as you guide it all the way over to the right side of your mat, and your gaze goes to the left. Inhale, come back through center. One final time, taking both knees in, taking any circles you might need over top of the sacrum or the small back. And whenever you're ready, we'll start to find our final resting pose as you extend the legs long. Let the arms rest any way that they need to show up today. Let the breath settle in. Letting your body enjoy this rest for any amount of time that you need. A reminder that rest does not need work to be deserved. Rest is always there for you to take. Your breath is always there for you to find. Bring awareness into this space. Let's begin to empty the lungs one final time. Let it all go. We'll take an inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. 1, 2. If you can sip a little more, do it. 3, 4. The slowest exhale of your life through the nose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it empty right here. On 1, let it all go. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, wide mouth, release. One more time, big inhale. Let it go. Please feel free to lay on your mat as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for coming to my short little class this morning. Happy International Yoga Day. I am so happy that this practice found me, and I'm so thrilled that my life is getting to share it with other people. So thank you for being a part of that and for being a part of this community. I am forever grateful for each and every one of you on and off the mat. Thank you. Namaste, friends.